can I start off this video by taking 2 minutes out of your day to say thank you ever so much for the recent support. Some of you are still not subscribed. Our goal is getting to 100 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be fantastic. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. Just enjoy our content. Leave us a like, leave us some comments. This time of year, we've just got past Christmas. We're coming up to New Year. Most of our audience are men, and sometimes men are not okay, and that is okay. That is okay. This time of year, people get lonely. It's not okay. We get a bit down. The weather draws in on us. But if you do need a chat, obviously me and Mike, we're always open to a little message on Twitter or for our YouTube channel if you want to get in touch that way. Not a problem. But we'll leave some information in the description for people who you can talk to if you want to. But until then, enjoy the video. We'll see you very, very soon. Well, a hard-fought point against Southampton. It could have been 3. It was so close to being 3. Didn't happen. But I'll take a point. Southampton have been really good this season, and so have we, but we're missing a few key players now. Masuaku, Antonio, we saw return from a hamstring injury. Let's move on to the game against Everton and start 2021 with a bang, shall we? First of all, though, let's get into some stats. Out of all the games in our existence and all the times we've played Everton, we've only won 40 times. We've drawn 31 times. We've lost 72. Not the best of records, is it? I mean, last season we did play them 3 times, once in the Cup, twice in the league. We didn't win any. We drew 1, we lost twice. And they're looking dangerous again. At the beginning of the season, Everton did start, didn't they? That four-game unbeaten run at the start, and everyone was tipping them for the title. They're now sitting second still, I think. James Rodriguez come in, Allen's come in, Decore's come in. Calvert-Lewin is like a new signing because he's never played a season like this before in his life, but he's loving it. And Jordan Pickford is just injuring everyone. Well, Van Dijk, which sort of was for the greater good, but let's not get into that. Dangerous players for me. James Rodriguez on his day, he's a world beater. You can't give him time on the ball. As always, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is dangerous. He's good in the air. We have got an Ogbonna though, so sort of nullifies his aerial threat. And the one for me that I really do like for Everton is Allen. He isn't going to win loads of plaudits. He's not doing anything exceptional. But he's doing the footballing basics. He's almost as good as Declan Rice, but not quite. He wins the ball back. He passes it off to someone more creative up the field. That's it. That's his game. But without further ado, we've had some stats. We've had my biggest fears. Let's get into our team selection. As I said, we are away at Goodison Park now. I do have something for you all somewhere. We have, obviously, as we've had in previous videos, Dr. Martin shirt. It's not up at the moment. We've just moved, and it's not. We're not completely decorated. We're just making do. Pardon me. But we have, as always, the FDT-TV shirt. Number 19 for the year that we started. But it is an Everton shirt. And people, some of you will be very confused as to why it is an Everton shirt. If you go back, we did a fitness challenge. Phil lost. He was a Liverpool fan, so punishment for losing was having to do a stadium tour and buy a shirt. It was actually cheap as chips, and it was our first outing as a channel. But why not mark that moment with a memory and a keepsake? That's all it is. It doesn't get worn. It's to say it's still got the label on it. But hey ho. Let's start off at striker, shall we? Strikers, we're naming three. We've had a lot of odd team selections recently. I think that's just because of the amount of games that we're playing. I hope it's just because of the amount of games we're playing. Up the top, Sebastian Haller. He looked a little bit better against Southampton. He did have a bit more movement about him. I'm still not convinced. He can strike a ball, yes, but we need some effort. I was hoping that as we started to see the return of fans, he would get a bit of a rocket from the crowd, because every West Ham fan I've spoken to have said, yes, he's good, he's got potential, but he don't work hard enough. And maybe that rocket from the fans would obviously up that part of his game. Say Benrahma, he looks mustard, doesn't he? He's always going forward, he's driving forward. My biggest thing with him at the minute is I think he's trying to force that first goal. Once that falls, he was a bit like Bowen when he first started. It was a bit, the cogs are not fitting. It will come good. He's got the quality there. He just needs to be given time and relax a little bit. And some of the shots he's having and some of the bits he's doing will come good. And Jared Bowen obviously started all our Premier League games, barring that game against Southampton. He's been one of our best players, isn't he? Attacking wise, he's constant driving players and brilliant for me. In midfield, Lanzini sits in between the two wingers. Declan Rice and Thomas Souček, as always, they need to start together. We've seen Noble start in recent games, and Mark Noble is one of my favourite players of all time. He's just not the same, is he? Something's happened. He's lost it. He's lost it completely. If he was to come in for a Souček or a Rice as that deeper sitting midfielder, I can see him doing all right there. But he is a bit part player. He's not a starter for us anymore, unfortunately. But hey ho, four at the back. Soufal been solid. We didn't see him against Southampton. Well deserved rest. But he's been an absolute monster for us. Brilliant at right back, at right wing back. He's just consistent. He's recently had a new child, so congratulations, mate, if you ever see this. Happy for you. Craig Dawson, he's on loan from Watford, who got relegated last year. When I seen his name in the lineup, I was like, oh no, an older. Why are we not playing Diop? But actually, he was man of the match, was he? Quite convincingly. Unfortunately, he did mistake Che Adams' head for the football. If he had got it the right way around, he probably would have scored in his debut as well. But he did have a man of match performance. For that reason, Balwena wasn't even on the subs bench last game, so I don't know why. But for that reason, Craig Dawson keeps his spot. Ogbonna, you can't drop him. That's all that needs to be said. He's our secret weapon, but it's not a secret. He's got a big head on him. He's solid at the back. He's just brilliant. Look how happy he is to be playing in our West Ham shirt. It's brilliant. And Aaron Cresswell, obviously, he's been solid again going forward, playing that left back. He's been really good. So to drop him would be harsh as well. And we've only got one goalkeeper, haven't we? Lukasz Fabianski. He's fantastic for me. Now, we've made the substitutes a little bit smaller because there's now 9 of them. Premier League are voted to have 9. You can still only use 3. Seems a little bit overzealous to me, but hey ho. So Diop is on the bench. Ben Johnson is on the bench. He did score in his last game where we played as a right wing back, but I feel like we need to go and attack this game. We can't sit back, because if we sit back, Everton will capitalise and then we won't be able to get back in it. Mark Noble is on the bench. I think that's where he's going to start. I think that's where he's going to end his career, isn't it? On the bench. Robert Snodgrass can be brilliant. Set pieces, need be, creative, and can score goals. So he's a bit of an all-rounder as well. Pablo Fornals started the season really, really well. Hasn't quite kicked on, has he? Something's happened. Something's changed. He's not quite the same player. Hopefully we can get the best out of him and get him back scoring and assisting. Yarmolenko started against Southampton and was strong. I think he did quite well. Again, though, coming to the latter parts of his career. So that is another player that will make a better impact from the bench. Ryan Fredericks played all right in place of Soufal. Against Southampton, I don't rate him. I think he's one of the ones that's going to go in January. He's quick, but again, made a poor effort with that header. Should have scored. Darren Randolph, just in case. That's it. If he does come on, it's going to be another incident, a bit like Roberto, where he couldn't catch a cold or couldn't catch COVID. And with the current climate, he should be catching something, shouldn't he? Antonio, is that too soon for that sort of joke? Is that too soon? Who knows? Antonio, I don't think he's going to start just because he's recently come back from a hamstring injury. They rushed him back last time and he was out for longer. He's a fantastic player. He does change the way we play. He does change the confidence of the team. But ease him back in. He played like 20 minutes against Southampton. Give him half hour if he feels comfortable. It's bloody cold out in a minute, and that's prime for hamstrings going. What else have I got to say? Not a lot really. Make sure you leave your comments below as to who you think is going to play for Everton or West Ham, and your scoreline prediction. We do make predictions every week on the FDT-TV podcast. Make sure you check that out everywhere that you can listen to a podcast, or you can watch it on our YouTube channel. Till then, I've been Ian. Come on, you Irons. Peace.